about starting the new year with a better bank balance? Well, seeing as though it's 2023, we thought we'd set money educator Nicole Pedersen-McKinnon a bit of a challenge, how we can find $23,000 in savings this year. Nicole joins us now. Hey, Nicole, it's great to see you. It's a bit of a challenge here. First up, the source of so much pain last year, the mortgage. How could we save?
I know. We made it to May last year, right? And then it all just went to chaos. But look, this is the biggest expense most households have. So if you do just one thing from this segment, do this one, all right? We're in this refinancing sweet spot right now, where the difference between the most expensive and the cheapest lender on the market, because of this mortgage price war that's going on behind closed doors, is actually equal to the pain that the RBA has imposed. So you can wipe away the rate rises with a refinance right now, and that's why tens and thousands of Aussies are doing it. So the actual saving on offer on a $610,000 average mortgage is $1,100 a month, which gets us $13,000 a year. So that's well worth doing. Now, look, if you're locked out of that refinance, though, because times are just too tight, a really good thing to do is simply kind of call your bank's bluff. Just pretend you're going to refinance and see what discount they come up with, because to stop this stampede for the exits, they are just slashing their own rates. So give that a try.
I did that after your advice, Nicole, and I saved myself 2%.
Oh, well done.
It's so worth sitting on the phone for a couple of hours, because it does take a long time. Lots of people are racing to refinance, but worth the pain.
Really? Yeah, absolutely. You might not even have to go that far. You might not have to go through the rigmarole. And I've heard of discounts as big as 2.5%.
Wow.
So just jump online, jump on the phone.
All right, another source to save, and this is another big expense, health insurance. What do you say we've got to do? Just shop around?
Yeah, shop around, but look, there's a great way of doing this really easily with just a couple of clicks, again, from your couch. So there's a fantastic website which is independent called privatehealth.gov.au. So what you can do is you can tap in what you want for you and your family, the exact kind of combo of, extras, etc., and it will come up with the whole spectrum for you. Now, that spectrum, you'll quickly see, can be a range of about $2,000 a year, right? Now, my other top tip here is that if you're paying for things that you no longer need, try and switch them off in a kind of pick and mix kind of policy. So things like obstetrics and reproductive services, if you're done with kids, get those babies, so to speak, turned off. Same with, say, orthodontal work, if that's not going to be an issue for you. There's another probably $500 saving there, which adds $2,500. Look, if you're thinking of dropping private health, though, I would just, sound a note of caution. Don't forget you'll pay a penalty if you do so, if you have an income over $90,000 as a single or $180,000 as a couple. So you need to keep it in that situation and just get the best deal you can.
Yeah, really good advice there. Something plenty of us can't escape in 2023 is the credit cards. How can we save there?
Yeah, so there's an average balance that's being rolled over. We're being really responsible with our debt kind of post-pandemic and in these tighter times, but there is an average balance some people roll over of about $3,000. Now, the dirty little banking secret is that although we've had these huge fluctuations and these emergency interest rate settings, way down at 0.1%, credit card interest rates are still at 18%. They never budged. They stayed right up there. Now, I know, right? I know. So Mozo tells me that the cheapest ongoing rate, though, is 9.9%. Better still, there are cards out there that will actually charge you nothing. Sounds too good to be true, so obviously it's for a limited period of time. But you can get up to 36 months paying no interest. And as opposed to paying 18% to pay off a credit card debt over 3 years, it's going to save you $275 a year to make that switch. It's called a 0% balance transfer credit card, so get onto that one too.
Now, if somehow we have some savings put away...
After Christmas, no way.
Yeah, how can we protect them and get some good interest?
Yeah, so Finder says that we have, again, been squirreling away in these sort of more panicky kind of times. So Finder says that the average person has $35,000 in savings, and the interest rate you get on those is mercifully, the silver lining of all this, going up. So it's actually above 4% that you can get in returns on deposit right now. So you need to make sure you're doing that. That's with ING Bank again, which wasn't always the cheapest, but is back in the front. And that saving there, that extra earning, I should say, is more than $600. So do make the effort to do that. It's really worth it.
What about super, Nicole?
Yeah, so we're getting close to our $23,000 total, right? So people are probably really worried about their super because markets have been so wild, they're giving us whiplash. But look, it's important to realise that last financial year, the average fund only lost 3.1%, even though it was pretty dire at the time. And that's the only loss since way back in the global credit crack-up, okay? So things are not as bad as they might seem with your super. Now, over the last 10 years, the average fund has returned 8.1%. But the variation in that you can drive a truck through. So you could have like 13% or you could have 3%. You want the 13%. Now, the average 39-year-old person has an average balance of $75,000, which you guessed it, if you can add 10%, $7,500 this year, and that smashes out of the water our total for 2023 of $23,000.
Yeah, we're just doing the numbers here. Carry the one,
carry the
minus
one.
the 5.
One of those
multiply
little
by
squiggly
7.
Trust me, I'm an expert.
23,000.
You did
We
it.
trust you all the time, Nicole. You've written the book on it. How to get mortgage free, like me, on how to set up your home loan to save a fortune. In fact, she saved $200,000 at the time. You can head to the website on your screen, and there's even a discount code. Studio 10.
There you go.
Grab it now. Nicole, have a cracking 2023. We'll see you soon.
And you. Take care, guys.
Bye, honey.